Hello everybody, I'm SJM. Welcome back to some FTB One, and today you have been targeted for termination. Been out and using my mining gadget there and killing some mobs at the same time, and happened to get this little friend. And also, and they go in your bauble slot, I got this little friend as well, which, get it off, get it off! I don't know what these things are or what they're for. Oh, now I've got that one on my head slot. That's interesting in itself too. So I've got both of them on. Okay. One because I didn't have my armor on, so I could show them off, but yeah, one way or the other. Welcome back. We are going to be continuing on working through the Industrial Contraptions mod here today, and as you can see, I've expanded a little bit out over there. So basically, I've done a little bit with this mod, and trying to get some automation set up as well, so we'll just go over all of that here with you guys, as well as little tips and tricks, like for example these little bowls here. When they get full, you pop them off, right? But then after a while the tree stops producing and you're left with these partially full bowls. Like this one's got 8 in it, this one's got 6, so on and so forth, right? They actually keep their inventory when you break them off, so you don't actually have to worry about that. So they'll keep all of their inventory. The one thing about those little guys is you don't need as many as I made, and because they get real useless after you get your extractor made, the centrifuge. So in this guy you just put the wood and you get the rubber out of it. Or the, well, not the rubber, the latex right out of it that way. And this is super tedious and annoying to replace the tree taps all the time and the bottom things, whereas you just get a whole bunch of trees planted, then you can mine them up, and you know, you usually get more saplings out of a tree than what than they go, so they just keep multiplying, so you'll have infinite amounts of this wood to get in there. You'll need it, so definitely do a little farm for your rubber wood, but you don't need tons and tons of it, and this is all just becomes useless after a while, so we can just throw all these guys away because we don't need them anymore. Right then, so I think I went over the chickens that I still have yet to make for the rest of the chickens mod. And then, like I mentioned in the last episode with the Industrial Contraptions, we want to work towards this quarry so we can get some automatic resources coming in. And to power this guy, he's going to take a little bit more than that. It says 3 lightning bolts or whatever that symbol is, 3 S's per energy usage, but it takes that per operation. And if you have a great big quarry set up, then it's going to be 3 per block, right? So that's going to be a lot of energy that you need. With the contraptions, we've got these upgrades here that do a little bit different things. You can put them into the machines. So you can see I've set an ejector upgrade on my powered furnace here, so that it will eject once it's done smelting things into the chest behind here. So I've been processing a little bit of my chunks through the macerator, and then we use some item pipes from the pipes mod. They're relatively cheap once you've got all of the iron and stuff going. They're cheap one way or the other. And they do move relatively slowly, so if you need something that moves faster than 4 items every 20 ticks, so 20 ticks is 1 second, so that's 4 items per second. These machines aren't horribly fast, so we don't need anything faster than that, but there are upgrades that we can put into these to make them work a little bit faster if the machines are going better. And you will want to get the pipe wrench from the mod as well. So this is what you can do to either have it connecting to the machine or not connecting to the machine. So usually you might have to dig down one to be able to hit underneath it. That's why I have them set up like this, so I can easily manipulate it from the top here. So normally it'll connect like this, which means it'll put items in there, but if you want it pulling, then we do that, and then that way it pulls from there. So anything, if I put my wood in there, then it gets automatically moved to the furnace and then smelted down into the rubber. There are uses for the latex outside of just the rubber, so you can use it as a slime alternative as well for some recipes, especially making the Silk Touch upgrade on the mining gadget, which I'll touch on here in a minute as well. And yeah, anywhere basically that slime is used, you can also have this latex as well, so it doesn't hurt to maybe keep some of the unprocessed stuff around as well and not automatically smelting it all, which is what I've been doing here because I need some of these dusts to move forward in the mod, right? So I'm going to need a good amount of tin, and I'm going to need a iron as well. So we'll get these started on processing. And yeah, I'll show you that here in a second. So I also built the compressor and the roller because these two machines will need to produce some of the items that we need to get into the quarry and the nuclear reactor. So we've got these carbon plates, which needs the compressor, and you've got to compress down the carbon fiber mesh. Carbon fiber mesh comes from these carbon fibers, which comes from the coal dust, which we have to do in the macerating, so we'll have to macerate down some coal as well. And then the other interesting thing is this iridium circuit needs an iridium alloy, which is just advanced alloy plus some iridium ingots. But this mixed metal blend to get the advanced alloy is an endeavor unto itself, which is where I need all of these dusts right now. So we need, the recipe is either tin or aluminum with iron or lead. So I'm going to go with the aluminum and lead option because iron and tin gets used more, I think, and I don't see a lot of recipes for the lead at the moment anyways. And then this bronze dust takes copper and tin dust together to make that thing there. So it's a little bit of a multi-step, not too hard, but not super easy by any stretch either. So yeah, we need the rolling machine to make these plates that we can see here in some of these recipes. So these plates here, we need that's why we need the rolling machine as well. So that's was these two extra machines that I got added on to the end there. A quick nap. So that's the other thing I guess I really should have done on camera a while back, but we'll get to that at the end of the episode here. I'm going to make a mega torch or a feral flare lantern, something to keep the mobs at bay, and I'll just place them all over this island so I don't have to worry about the nighttime anymore, because yeah, some creepers have exploded inside my base. Thankfully I've got the claimed chunks, so nothing's been broken. I haven't lost anything other than a few hit points, but it's always a great scare, right, to be working on your crafting table and you hear that tss. Anyways, back on topic. So in the mining gadgets upgrades, there is the Fortune Tier 3 and the Silk Touch. With the Silk Touch, you can get the ores instead of the ore chunks, and if you use the ores in the macerator, you actually double it that way. So you can guarantee doubling if you have the Silk Touch upgrade, but I think on average the Fortune 3 is going to be better, because when you get the chunks you get the 35% extra chance for the extra right? So for all in the macerating, all the macerators have a 35% chance. So not only are you fortuning your ores with the laser, but you're also getting 35% on top of that fortune. So I do feel once you've got the tier 3 fortune, it's going to be better. But if you can't afford to get there, then maybe do the silk touch one first, especially since this recipe's relatively simple, right? Just need some gold and an apple to get the enchanted apple there, and that's not too hard. And then there was this graphene was the other thing. We're going to need all this compressed coal balls, so 8 coal balls per graphene, and each compressed coal ball is 8 coal plus a flint. So I've got my flint chicken and my coal chickens all back in here producing resources for me. But yeah, this system is all completely totally backed up now. Yep, even the redstone is backed up. Yeah, all the ender pearls, the slimes. Yeah, so only the blaze rod, only these two here still have room to fill the hoppers underneath there. All right, so yeah, the last thing is, in here, dark utilities. Now this is for, yeah, moving mobs around and stuff. Any logs, blocks of gold. Okay, so this is a pretty easy recipe. We can make 7 of them. Sure, why not? So mega torches are great. They will stop hostile mobs from spawning anywhere in the area around us. And it's funny that my limiting factor right here is torches. Not looking at the crafting table properly. So I don't know what the big radius on this is. If you really do want to know, you could probably find it out there in the internet land somewhere. I do know that it is pretty sizable, so. Yeah, I'm going to put one down here, and that should cover this whole area here. One here should cover hopefully the whole garden area. What am I thinking? I had that, put that one just there, right? So I don't have my emerald chicken up and running yet, so I'm going to put this one over here because I'm working a little bit more often over by these rubber trees. That one there. That should work for that. Oh yeah, coal chickens. Where did I have coal? Oh, oh, here he is. This guy is no longer, services are no longer required, thank you. Throw that in there. For whatever reason, this mining gadget will never work on the bottom or on the second log of those, and then of course the vein mining doesn't work on the rubberwood trees either. So when doing these, it's a little bit annoying because I've got to switch back to that axe at some point. Actually, I was thinking about... It's not... really doesn't look that special, does it? No, it just looks like a little bit more yellowish version of birch, eh? Don't think I'm gonna... So those can't be centrifuged. Got our tin. What was the other one I needed? Lead. That was it. Yeah, just gonna keep on doing all of those kinds of things, working towards the advanced alloys. And then next episode we'll bring you back for the I'm going to set up this, we'll do the whole nuclear reactor in the next episode. There's going to be a lot of processing involved, so it's going to take a little while. It's going to need a lot of coal. So I'm glad I got those 2 coal chickens working to get this nuclear reactor up. And then setting, not only is this recipe here expensive in itself, but all of the items that you have to put inside of the nuclear reactor are expensive as well. So we need these reactor heat vents, which, yeah, we're really going to start going through some resources here. So super glad we got the chickens all set up and working their magic for us right now. And I wish it would stop raining, or at least thunder a little bit, so that I could get rid of the rain. But we're going to wrap up the episode here anyways. I do appreciate you all for hanging out. And yeah, if you've enjoying it so far, throw a thumbs up down there. Or if you have any questions, do not hesitate to leave a comment down below. I appreciate you all, and we will see you in the next one.